welcome. If you're new here, I'm Harmony, nice to meet you. And if you're not, hi, thanks for coming back. Today I kind of wanted to talk about, lately I've been seeing all these videos about princess treatment versus bare minimum. Right now we have this, how's it called? You get in a bath, or they kind of whoosh you with water if you get it wrong. And it's been all around, and I realized at some point that I kind of got lost. I was like, okay, I no longer know what's the difference between bare minimum and princess treatment. Like, I seriously kind of lost it. So I made a quick, easy, nice guide for the difference between bare minimum, what bare minimum stands for, what princess treatment stands for, and what queen treatment stands for. And I think it's like pieces worth. Well, first off, obviously, bare minimum. I have a little bit of with this, okay? But listen to me. Bare minimum para mí, I was about to speak in Spanish. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Bare minimum for me is like, it's like not even baseline for our relationship, right? For every relationship you need a base, right? And bare minimum is like below the base. Like, we cannot work on this. This is like bare minimum, right? This is not even workable. Okay, so for example, I don't know, it may be small things, as in, you do everything right, but it's just like, that's what I'm expecting of you, right? Like, I'm expecting you to be able to, 0202, to get, to go into the bathroom and leave the lead of the toilet, leave it down. I'm expecting that of you, right? Like, it's obvious. We don't want the lid of the toilet up, right? No one does, okay? Like, those things are like, of course, that's bare minimum. It's obvious. I wouldn't be with you if you didn't do that, right? And I am being with you if you are. If I'm being with you over the bare minimum, this is not enough, okay? It's like just scratching the surface of workable, right? Then princess treatment, I do believe princess treatment is like, the standard, It's like we get to be picky. Okay? Like, princess treatment is I got picky and I want this and I want that. And we get to be picky, 0303. But when I say picky, I don't mean like there's not a human factory. Okay, so you do not get to ask for the exact height and the exact amount of money that they make. I think asking for, this is not a job. You shouldn't be asking a specific amount of money. You know what I mean? Like, yes, like, I do not expect you to be broke, because you're going to be my provider, right? For my divine feminist, like, you're going to be my provider. I would hope, 333, that you are well off, right? I would hope that. But I'm not going to put like, oh my god, you make less than, that's horrible, right? No, that's ridiculous, ladies. That's ridiculous. Don't do that. And obviously be mindful that a lot of the times we think we know what we want, and turns out we don't, okay? So my advice is leave it to the universe to decide what's best for you, okay? Stop trying to control the type of person that you're going to be attracted to. Me like, oh, I hope he's taller, I hope he's this, I hope he's that. Let me tell you, I hope he's taller. This happened to me. I was like, oh my god, I like taller people, and I'm a really, really tall woman, right? And I was like, of course, I was expecting a tall guy, and I did not get a tall guy, and I'm like, this is even better. It's even better. And he's not small, but, I'm really tall, so he's about my height, okay? So be open to that, okay? But going back to the princess treatment thing, I think princess treatment is the standard. And this is personal to each and every one of us, right? We don't all have the same standard, right? For example, maybe I would expect my husband to be able to cook for me because I'm a Taurus and I love food, and if you can cook for me, you've earned my heart, okay? But maybe you don't care. Or maybe you're like, no, I hope you can't cook, because otherwise I cannot surprise him with my cooking. Like, I want to cook for him, and if he can cook, then my cooking is not going to be any surprising. It's like, okay, you know how to do that. What, you know what I mean? We all have different standards, but the princess treatment is like, I know how much I'm worth, and I know I deserve this, right? I do believe that something that we all deserve, that it's owed to all of us, is reciprocity. So if you know you are the fucking catch, I just got reminded of, if you saw The Materialist, there's a moment in which the goddess says, like, you're not a catch, you're not fish. But yeah, like, if you know, you're a great catch. Like, a woman like you is hard to come by. A woman or man, okay? Like, a person like you is hard to come by. It's hard to come by. Like, even if you're not that hard to come by, you're incredibly valuable. You know your value. You're a high value woman, high value man, a high value person. If you know that you're in all position to ask for more. Okay, and again, as I said, I do believe that we all deserve reciprocity. So if you know you can give 0606, if you know you can give what you're asking for, there's no problem. Okay, princess treatment is that. It's the extra mile, it's the picky, but it's the picky we deserve, right? Between bare minimum and princess treatment, I do believe that it's like there's like this middle line of kind of like a mediocre relationship, which is not bad enough. I think we've all been in this relationship, or we know about it, that it's like, it's not bad enough for me to break up with you. It's just completely unexciting. It's like, you're not a bad person, I don't hate you, there's nothing bad about you, I just don't bare minimum is like, you completely throw me off. Mediocre, it's like, you don't excite me, you just don't do it for me, like, you're okay, but that's it. You're just okay, you're fine, there's nothing wrong with you, but there's nothing about you that makes me feel greater, right? Princess treatment is this thing of like, the person that gives you princess treatment is that person that excites you. It's like, oh my god, I want to see him, oh my god, I'm waiting for him, oh my god this, oh my god that, right? Like, it's like, getting princess treatment is getting a little bit above of the mediocre, okay? And again, this is different for every person, okay? Princess treatment can look very luxurious, as well as it can look just completely the opposite, okay? Perhaps for you, princess treatment is a guy that just, cozy type of princess treatment, right? For example, massage, or just like they just cook with you or cook for you, things like that, that are perhaps not as luxurious as you would expect from the princess treatment title, but it's something that for you, it makes you feel taken care for. It makes you feel like a princess. It makes you feel dear. It makes you feel dear to someone, right? That is princess treatment. It's, obviously above the mediocre line, which is like an okay relationship. Like, it's not bad, he doesn't cheat on me, he's not a bad person, he this and he that, but it just doesn't excite me. It doesn't make me want to do better things. It doesn't make me a better person. It doesn't make my days exciting. I'm not waiting eagerly to be with him. We do not have exciting dates. Like, just in general, it doesn't excite you. It just keeps you in the okay zone, right? Mediocre. Okay, so bare minimum. Between the bare minimum, bridging the bare minimum, and the princess treatments, we have the mediocre, right? And again, I'll repeat it. Princess treatment is special to each and every one of us. It's like your type, but in the way they care for you. You know what I mean? For example, we all know the type as in, oh, my type is this height, like I just said, this height, this type of hair, this type of whatever, this face, this blah, 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 right? I like them both, I like them this, I like them that, okay? But princess treatment, it's more so like your spiritual type, the way they make you feel as a type, the way they treat you as a type, the way they love you as a type, So for example, if I were to say, okay, like, how does my princess treatment look like, right? Because it's important also to know what your princess treatment looks like, because if you don't know what your princess treatment looks like, how do you know How do you know how to get princess treatment? Maybe someone, I don't know, buys a yacht for you. You're like, oh my god, princess treatment. But you don't actually want a yacht. You don't, I personally, I don't like boats. I don't like being on the water. So if you buy me a yacht, it's like, baby, amazing, but I'm never going to use that. I'm never going to use that. And I couldn't care less about a yacht. 10-10 on timer. Okay? So, for example, my princess treatment will look like a person, okay, that would know how to... Let me give you a very cozy example, okay? A person that would know how to do his things, right? And have me doing my things without ignoring each other. It's not like, oh my god, I need to be away from you, or like, you know, oh my god, I don't want to intrude, but like, I'm, you know, for example, I'm on the piano and I'm playing my songs and he's over there body doubling me on the kitchen, right? I don't need that. Of course, I could play the piano alone, but it's like the soft company, this I'm there, I'm here. I may not be saying it, but I'm hearing your songs, I'm hearing you as you play, right? And that's very, very, very important, because I don't want a person in which it's like hot and cold, or like we never know. Princess treatment, okay? What else? For example, going to something a little bit more peaky or more luxurious if you want. 1116, oh my god. Going for something a little bit more luxurious and a little bit more on the good-looking side, a little bit more on the Instagram picture reel type of princess treatment, right? I would love my man to be able to go on holidays with me. You know, just like, listen, I've packed us a trip. Let's go somewhere. Let's go somewhere. I want to go to Paris. I want to go here. I want to go there. How about we go on a hotel? You know, obviously buying flowers, okay? And I do believe that there's not a girl that doesn't like to get flowers, but it's not about the flowers at the end of the day, okay? Giving a bouquet to someone, it's this, even if it's not actually of rose flowers, okay? It can be a bouquet of self-made legal flowers. It can be a bouquet of just food. I would love a bouquet of food, okay? Like, the thing about it is that a token of your love, you don't give a bouquet of flowers to just anyone. 1221 1222. You don't give a bouquet of flowers to just anyone. You don't just go around the world and be like, oh, I bought you a bouquet. I was like, we're best friends. I know. Can't I buy you a bouquet? 1 2 3 4. No. A bouquet is a special token of love, of affection. Throughout the years, it's been a token of romanticism, of I'm romancing you, I'm showing you, expressing you physically in the 3D, not just my words. I'm putting all the love that I have for you and how much I want to romance you into this bouquet. Take it as a token of my love, okay? So, if there's any guy listening to this, do not take the bouquet as just the flowers. It's an offer of your love. It's a token of your appreciation, of your feelings, your romantic feelings for that person, okay? So it doesn't need to be flowers. Perhaps there, I don't know, if you had like a girlfriend that's just allergic to flowers, it doesn't need to be flowers. It can be just whatever. It's just a token of your love and appreciation, okay? So I would expect, obviously, a little bit above mediocre and getting to princess treatment, flowers. Of course. Okay, and again, not everyone may want that, not everyone may like that, because princess treatment, as I said, it's picky, it's choosy, okay? It's the, I know what I give, and I know I'm a catch, okay? I know I'm wifey material, wifey or hubby material, okay? I'm gonna say wifey for ease of speak. I know wifey material. I know wifey material. I know I am the dream girl. I know I am the dream wife. I know I'm the person that if I could date someone, I would date myself. Exactly. Okay, so you get to choose. Okay? And 1414, I also saw this girl that said, I'm allowed to have standards because everything that I ask for, I already give. Pause! Pause! Yes! Exactly. You're supposed to have standards. You're supposed to have standards. You give things to others, and coming back again to the we are owed reciprocity. Would you do that to them? Yes, no, then decide upon that. 1441. Okay? There's certain people that are like, I don't think I deserve good things, and I get it. Okay? I've been there. But think about this. Would I do that to you? Know that you don't deserve it. You deserve reciprocity. What you give, you deserve to get back. If you give love, if you give kindness, if you give encouragement, if you give, this sense of yes, excitement, okay? You deserve to get that back. You do. Okay, you do. You deserve to get it back. 15-15 on the timer. Confirmation. Okay, so if you know you're amazing, would you date someone like yourself? Okay, would you date someone like yourself? If it's a no, then what about you is a turn off to yourself? And go work on that. Go work on that. And don't think about this as like going back to school. Think about it as training. Okay, let me tell you a story. When I had my last partner, which was long ago, and I was like, fucking tired of this. Fucking tired of this. What's wrong with these people? I was like tired. 1551. And I was just like, what happened? What is this, right? And I stopped dating, right? And I went into celibacy. And at that point, I knew I'm tired of people right now, and I'm needing a fucking break. But that doesn't mean that I'm stopping. That doesn't mean that I'm giving up on love. And be very careful, because as humans, 1616, we have this tendency of giving ourselves ultimatums, and we don't have to do that. There's no reason for us to give ourselves an ultimatum. Love may have been horrible, but you can take a break. You don't need an ultimatum, okay? And what I did on that break was like, right now, I don't think I'm ready for our relationship, okay? I'm like exhausted. I'm exhausted, okay? And I said, well, but I know I'm going to want to have a relationship in the future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself into the dream partner, because I'm like, there's no way I'm going to find my dream person and I'm not going to be ready for them. There's no fucking way I'm going to fall in love with someone and I'm going to be the one screwing it up. There's no way. There's just no way, okay? I'm going to make sure that on my side, everything is clean, pure, put together, okay? And I did that. And I said, I need to become the person, like, I want to become the person that I would fall in love with at 17, because like, how, I wouldn't even love myself. And it was things that I needed to heal and things that I needed to understand. Of course, there was a lot of things like, I don't know, people would call me intense or too much or annoying. And at the same time, it's like it would hurt me because I would think that of myself. But why was that? It was because every time I, went through something or had a problem or whatever, I was always there for people. So I was always looking for people to be there for me. But the thing is, these people have a life. Unlike me, they actually had the boundaries to say, listen, I cannot take your bullshit, right? And it was not that I was doing this out of bad intent at all. I just didn't know how to take care of my own personal needs. And as I didn't know how to take care of my own personal needs, what happened was that I just went to other people to take care of my needs, but they were not supposed to do that. They were not supposed to be the ones taking care of my needs. I am supposed to be able to take care of my needs. Because if you go to people because you need them, it becomes an obligation to be your friend. It became an obligation to some people to be able to deal with me, But the thing is, I was an amazing friend to them, of course. Yet at the same time, to some of them, I was also very stressful as a friend. And I understand this. I do. And at that point, I had to realize, well, and it's not like I realized it in the moment. As I grew out of it, I understood, of course they thought I was intense, right? And it's not that it's bad of me, but I had a lot of things that I was going through and I was not able to validate myself. I was not able to help myself. I was not able to reach an agreement with myself, to be able to say, it's okay, I'm going to sort this out. I always needed someone to tell me what to do, or just to listen to me, or to help me when I'm crying. I would never be there for myself, and I was expecting everyone else to be there for me, right? And I would actually give myself up as the sacrificial lamb, and if you needed me at 3 a.m., I was there listening, and that was wrong of me. Both sides. That was an imbalance within myself. And not to say that it was wrong, it was horrible, like I was a monster. I wasn't a monster, I just didn't know how to do things better. And I needed to understand, damn, of course they think I'm intense, because I have a mess of a life, and I'm hoping that people that are not my therapist nor my parents to resolve it for me. 2002 on the timer, and I shouldn't have done that. But the thing is, I did it because I didn't have anything better. Then I realized, I learned from it, and I grew out of it. I learned how to validate myself, how to be like, oh, of course, I don't need, now it's this thing, before every time something would happen to me, if I had no one to tell it to, I would feel bad. I would feel like, oh my God, this amazing thing happened to me, but I have no one to talk to about it. And I was like, if something amazing happens to me, I'm just happy for myself. I am happy for myself. Before I couldn't be happy for myself. And the thing is that this was very, 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 very bad, because I couldn't be happy for myself, so I would go to other people to be happy for me, but if they weren't happy for me, then I wasn't happy for what happened to me. I was like, oh my God, this happened. They're like, okay. And then all the excitement I put onto them for them to handle it, and they did not reciprocate the excitement. So it was just completely flopping. Okay? I needed to learn to be happy for myself. 2112. I needed to learn to be happy for myself. I needed to learn to validate myself. I needed to learn to work through my own stuff. Me with myself. Not other people to help me work through my stuff. Yes, I did have my therapist. Yes, I did. But I needed to learn how to do this on my own, right? Not saying that my therapist did not help, but my therapist actually helped me rely on myself. Realize these people don't hate you, okay? Some of them might, but in general, it's not about that. It's about you shouldn't, and this is why I say it's an imbalance, okay? I shouldn't have given extra time, extra attention to people that I was no therapist of. And I shouldn't have expected that of people either, right? Because I was like, I always do that for people. Why don't they do that for me? Well, because you shouldn't be doing that for people. And you shouldn't be doing for people things in respect of them doing back to you, okay? I had to learn that kindness kindness that was not selfless, when you're kind to someone, expecting them to be kind to you in return, that is manipulation, right? I had to learn that, okay? Wow, someone needed to hear that. Probably we all kind of need to hear that sometimes. 2244, okay? But princess treatment is like when you get to that point of like, I'm fed up with anyone else. Everyone go fuck off. Let me figure this out on myself, because you all suck. You all suck, okay? And that's kind of like what happened to me, okay? And at that point, I always say, okay, if you don't know how to be alone, trust me. Being alone, the fear of being alone is kind of like the fear of being in the dark, okay? You're scared of the dark, not because of the darkness, but because you're scared that, I don't know, someone may grab your feet, or something may jump at you, or you may feel something, and you're like, oh my God, what is this? Okay? Nothing happens. The lights turn off, and you're like, oh my God, and then it's just like, oh. It's the same room and the same light, just I can't see it, okay? Same thing happens when you end up alone, okay? Again, an example of me. My whole life I've been scared of being alone. And in fact, my whole life I've been alone in friendships of people that did not see me, did not understand me, did not get me, did not want to get me, see me, or understand me either, okay? And I've been friend to friend to friend to friend to group to group to group to group to this to that, right? All my life trying to search for not being alone with myself. And then I was left alone, like the universe literally stripped everyone away from me. It's like, you have no choice but to be alone. Be alone with yourself. Be uncomfortable. Realize it's not that bad. And it really is not that bad. It really is not that bad. Okay? You're left alone with yourself and you realize, damn, this is not that bad. What was I scared of? Just like in the darkness. You're not scared of the darkness. You're scared of what you think is going to happen in the darkness. You're not scared of being alone. You're scared of what you think is going to happen if you are alone. Turns out nothing happens. Nothing Nothing scary. No, you don't lose yourself. You don't lose people and then you lose yourself. Quite the contrary. You are alone. You lose people and you find yourself. So go be alone. Learn to be alone. Be alone. Force yourself to be alone. Okay? Obviously, listen to this with discernment. You know yourself better. Be responsible. But let me tell you, the universe stripping you away of everything is way harder, way more stressful than you doing it by yourself. Okay? So if you're given the chance, okay, learn to be alone. 25. If your guys is saying like, okay, you need to go and you need to learn how to be alone. Do it by yourself. Don't wait until they force you, because listen, it's not worse. Because at the end of the day, it leads to your best path. But it's going to get you more stressed. It's going to get you anguished. It's going to make you feel worse than if you do it by yourself. You know, like I'm personally taking the responsibility of sitting with myself and facing what I have to face. 25.2. Woo! Okay? So do so. Get to know yourself. Okay? Get to know yourself. And for everyone that's trying to get to shadow work, you know, you're trying to work through your stuff, I have something to tell you, okay? Before, I used to be so like, I think we all kind of go through this. Like, it's upsetting to admit that we made a mistake, because it makes us feel like we did something wrong on purpose, and we didn't do something wrong on purpose, okay? 26. When we do bad things, sometimes you do it on purpose, and the thing is that from that you need to learn, I was wrong, and I did wrong, and that's that. But don't judge yourself, okay? When you're faced with yourself, don't judge yourself. Have compassion for yourself. Be empathetic with yourself. We all do just what's best for us in the moment, okay? The person that you are right now is not the person that you were back then. When you made that mistake, when you said that thing, when you acted that way, the person that you are right now, faced with the same situation, wouldn't answer the same way. You have changed. Every time you make a mistake, every time you learn from it, every time you feel bad from it, you grow, you learn, okay? You evolve. You are not the same person before and after a mistake. You're either worse or better. What do you want it to be? Because it's your choice at the end of the day, okay? And it may be hard, 27. And I think the reason why it's so hard, because I think it's a Western culture thing, right? Is when we were kids, we were punished, okay? Punished in whatever way, okay? Maybe just yelled at or felt bad for, oh my God, you broke the glass. I can't believe it. That was so expensive. Whatever it is, right? Maybe it was a small thing, okay? But the thing is, mistakes happen. And they're meant to. Mistakes are meant to happen. You are supposed to make mistakes, okay? It's supposed to happen. Thanks to our mistakes, we learn. We learn about ourselves. We look at, oh my God, faced with that situation, I did that. Damn, why did I do that? Oh, I did it because of this. Oh shit, damn. And you learn that, and you realize. And once you're conscious, I think the breaking point of healing is when you become honest with yourself. When you stop faking like everything is fine, or when you start doing like, I didn't, yes, I did it, I'm sorry. Yes, I did it, I'm sorry. I am sorry, okay? I did not make the right choice, okay? And sometimes we see why, and sometimes we don't, okay? There's a lot of mistakes that you're going to make that you're not going to understand why you did that. Why did I do that, okay? But don't panic, don't judge yourself, don't punish yourself, okay? We are meant to make mistakes, okay? Learn from it and grow. Learn from it and grow. Become the type of person that faced with the same exact situation wouldn't act the same, okay? And listen, there's this thing that I always think that if someone does something, like says something or has an action, right, that makes you feel bad, right? It makes you feel ashamed. It makes you feel guilty. That is bad. First, a person that says things or does things that make you feel guilty or ashamed, obviously takes this with a grain of salt, 29. But that's not a person that you want to have in your life. Okay? Guilt and shame are extremely low vibrational energies. Guilt, shame, oof! Confirmation! Guilt, shame, and fear are incredibly low vibrational energies. And whether you believe in spirituality, manifestation, and vibration in general, that doesn't mean that it doesn't apply to you. It applies to all of us equally. And even if you don't believe in vibration, does it make you feel good? To feel guilty, to feel ashamed, to feel fear? Does it? 3003. It doesn't. A person that makes you feel bad is not a good person for you. The right people will make you feel the right way. Okay? The right people will make you feel the right way. So if you made a mistake and you grew from it, because this happens, you make a mistake that is horrible, and like on your position, I would absolutely understand if you're fucking mad at me. But I grew and I learned and I made it better, and there's nothing else that I can do other than that. Okay? So if you cannot forgive me, then let me go. Okay? If you cannot forgive someone, then let them go. Because at the end, you're punishing yourself and you're punishing them, or they're punishing you and punishing themselves. Okay? We make mistakes. The past, we cannot fix it. We already know this. We already know this. It doesn't take a class to know that you cannot fix, you cannot change the past. But you can take from it, learn from it, and get better of it. That's what you can do. Okay? 1113 on the timer. Oh my God! The time stops. Oh God. But seriously, okay? And again, sometimes you're gonna make a mistake and you're gonna look back and be like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? And you're not going to understand it. And it's okay. 31 on timer. You don't need to understand it to forgive yourself. You don't need to understand it to forgive yourself. And let me tell you, with the right time, you are going to understand it. Maybe. Most of the times, I do believe that as time goes by, you'll understand it, but you don't need to understand it to forgive yourself. Okay? Forgive yourself, even if you don't get why you did that. Would you do it again? Or would you act different now? You have changed. You're not the same person that made that mistake. Again, put in the same situation, you wouldn't do the same thing. Okay? You have changed. You have evolved. You have become a different person. You're a different human. You're not the same that you were. Okay? And you do not attract the same things. And you do not deserve the same things. Okay? When you evolve, if people that were on your same level before, they're not on your same level now, unless they evolve. Okay? So it's okay to let people go. It's okay to ask for better things. Yes, I made that mistake. I'm so sorry, and I have changed. There's nothing else I can do. Now I'm better. I deserve better. I want better. I will not take anything less than what I deserve. I will not take anything else less than what I deserve. What I deserve of better. What I want or better. Okay? Tell the universe, I have grown. I have done better. I'm no longer the person that I was. So give me better. I have evolved. Give me better. I will not take this. No, this person is not good enough. No, this friendship is not good enough. No, I'm not settling. Show the universe that you know how much you're worth. That you know how much you're worth. Okay? And you'll get your princess treatment. You will never get princess treatment if you keep settling for bare minimum. If someone gives you bare minimum, you may love them to the moon and back. Saturn and back. But no. If they don't come correct, they can go away. If they don't come to you correct, they can leave. Same door you came through, go by. Bye-bye. Farewell. Get lost. Okay? You deserve way better. Okay? And again, if you don't know if you deserve that, ask yourself. Would I do that to you? Would I treat you that way? Right? Yes, then you do deserve it. No, then you don't deserve it. It's as simple as that. We all deserve reciprocity. What you give, you get back. Okay? And doesn't matter how horrible you got to be at some point of your life, how bad you acted, how ashamed you are of what you did, that doesn't matter. If you change, you change. You're not the same person. That person that did that is not me. I wouldn't do that. I was that person, but then I changed skin. I became someone different. I burned myself down and I rose up from the fucking ashes. So you better believe I'm not going to be the same person. You better believe I'm not going to be aligning with the same things. You better best believe I'm not gonna keep opening the door to the same crappy people. Okay? That I'm just gonna keep acting like I'm the same human that I used to be that I no longer am. I no longer align with those things, so bye-bye. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you for letting me know that I needed to heal these things. Thank you for giving me a heads up. Hey, you made this mistake. Now what you're gonna do about it? Oh, I grew. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for wronging me. Thank you for pushing me to the edge. Thank you for helping me make such a huge mistake that I had to rise above from it. Thank you. Bye. I let you go. You go. You may go in peace. Bye. Okay? And get to know yourself now. Get to know yourself now. Who are you now? Self-actualization, it takes time. Okay? When we heal things, when we learn things, when we get better at certain things, after we heal it and we learn it and we get better at it, right? We integrate it. But after we integrate it, we need to realize, damn, yes, I no longer am this, right? Because now you may have this new version of you that is the new version that you operate, but you still believe that you're this person and you're no longer this person, you're this person now. Self-actualize. Who am I today? Would I do this? Would I, me right now, not the person that I used to be, no, if you did that before, no, right now. You're presented with this opportunity, with this chance, with this situation. What do? You right here, right now. Okay? Self-actualize. Okay? And be like, do I love the person I am? I hope you do. I pray you do. And if you don't, I pray that you will. Amen. I hope you do. I hope you get there. I hope you get to the point in which you love yourself unconditionally, okay? Because loving yourself with the condition of I love myself as long as I do good, that is not love, that is ego, okay? Love yourself when you do good and when you do bad. Unconditional. And let me tell you something. You show the rest of the world how to treat you based on how you treat yourself, okay? When you love yourself so bad, you're your own fucking ride or die. The universe cannot give you anything less than that. Because you can already provide for yourself. You can already nurture yourself. You can already validate yourself. You can love yourself to the fucking end of the universe and back. The universe cannot just give you anyone. The universe cannot just act up and be like, okay, I'll give you a junkie. No. Because you deserve a God. You're a goddess. You deserve a God. Okay? So love yourself just like you would love to be loved. Mirror to the universe what you deserve. Respect yourself. Okay? And I don't think respect is to be imposed. Right? It's not like, oh, you need to respect me. People respect you or they don't. They respect you or they don't, but you better respect yourself. And if someone disrespects you, you better fucking walk away. You better. Why would you stay with someone that disrespects you? Why would you stay with someone that loves you halfway when you can love yourself entirely? You don't need them. You don't need them to love you halfway, to go, underneath your own standard. You set your own standards for yourself on how you treat yourself. On how you treat yourself. Because if you can do it better than them, why do you need them? You will not accept less than you deserve when you already know what you deserve and you give yourself. You give yourself what you deserve. Okay? It was a full rant. But I love it. So yeah, know yourself. And go find someone, okay? Not go find, but like make sure that you do not let into your life, into your energy, people that do not align with you, okay? If they don't, if you're a giver, you need a giver, right? A person that takes, or a person that doesn't make you grow, that doesn't help you grow and become better, 4004, they can go. They can go. You make people's lives better. You make people's lives better. You deserve someone that makes your life better as well. You're a light. You deserve a light. You're a savior. You deserve a savior. Okay? You're a hero. You deserve a hero. Okay? So do not be letting people that take from your energy, or that just do not multiply your energy, your effort, your kindness, that do not excite you. Okay? Plus or nothing. Okay? Princess treatment will be that person. Will be the person that would treat you to how you deserve to be treated. And don't think that you do not deserve great things. Do not go around thinking that you do not deserve to get your nails done, or you do not deserve to go on a trip, or whatever you think. You do not deserve to get a castle. Don't go around thinking that. Okay? Again, I'm not telling you to go crazy and expect a castle. Because that's a little bit, But this goes to the next thing that I was about to talk about. Queen treatment. Okay? We have the bare minimum, which is like breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs. Okay? It's just enough to keep me alive. Just enough not to starve me. Okay? Breadcrumbs. Then we have, coming to princess treatment, mediocre and princess treatment. Princess treatment is what you deserve. Okay? It's the standard. It's what you deserve. And then queen treatment is the extra, it's the bonus, it's the, I wouldn't be mad if you didn't do that, but now that you did it, I'm so happy. I'm so happy, it makes me feel adored. It makes me feel like, it's the extra mile, okay? It is the extra mile. For example, building you a castle. A girl would love to get a castle built. Me, I'm a girl, thank you. I hope you loved this. I hope you found this very helpful and beneficial. I hope your life is better after this video. I love you so much, unconditionally, from the bottom of my heart. And that's it. I love you guys. Bye.